Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Last time when we were playing, we came to a facility. Can we see the outside map? Not really. Anyway, we came to a facility that was on fire and worked our way through it trying to save the people we could reasonably successfully. And we came down here to this Zhentarim base where we tried to get through peacefully, but they ended up attacking us. And so we fought them back and won, of course. And then we came over here to this side, assuming they were all gone. And there are people here. But they seem to not care that we just murdered the rest of the base. So I'm not sure what the deal is. But we're gonna move forward and hope things are gonna stay peaceful. Maybe?
On my way.
Let's try talking to this guy.
What's up for discussion?
Wouldn't linger down here if I were you. See all that smoke powder? The flaming fist won't find nothing here but rubble.
Oh, Shadowheart's rolling versus frightened, because there is a wolf up ahead. I mean, she keeps succeeding, so good on her, but let's pull her back. Come on. Why am I not able to control her? There we go. Thank you. Get away from the wolf.
Let's get going. Never wanted the easy path.
So there's smoke powder that we should watch out for. That's fine. Random button. Let's see if anyone else has anything to tell us.
Had a peach of a shot on you as you came in.
Okay. So this is another way to get up or down. Looks like mostly down because it doesn't seem to connect really. So is there any loot down here? No. Huh. Anything back here? Also no. Bunch of oil. Definitely don't want to be standing in that if and when the fire all goes off. It's really weird to me that they're not attacking us. Doubt we can make this jump. Apparently we can. And if Varric can make the jump, then anyone can make it.
What's that?
I don't know, but let's unbury it. And hopefully it's not stealing because it's buried treasure. It is not stealing. Just loot, but we'll take it. Okay, and this just takes us up to where we were before. I assume we've already looted anything that was over here. Yeah. So that just circled around. I'm curious if we're allowed to walk past these explosives, since we're on friendly terms. Let's toggle the group.
Can't give up now.
Send you two back.
Well.
Karlak. Find out if these are explosive. We'll toss down a quick save. No. We are totally fine to walk past them, which is good. But it looks like there isn't anything really of note here if we don't want to attack them. So let's remerge our teams, except for Shadowheart.
No, never mind. If not over, then through.
And then we decide, do we want to go through either of these doors? Oh, that is definitely thievery. They will not like that. So, it's weird to me that they're not attacking me. It's just straight up murdering them feels bad when they're not attacking, but they're definitely Zentarum, right? I don't know.
Want to pick out the true Zent? Tell them they're going down into the Underdark. While everyone else is bawling, they'll be the ones asking about hazard pay.
Yeah, definitely Zentarum.
Well, hello. Over there. Like a wraith. Just like old times.
Okay. So he's definitely spotting us sneaking.
On my way.
Not terribly surprising. Can you stop looking at me, Wolf?
Let's keep to the shadows.
There we go. Oh, who's watching? Don't worry about me. We're all cool here. Haha. Alright. As fun as it would be to let them live, we're gonna actually take on this fight. Although Astarion is quite injured, which is less than ideal. Is Shadowheart part of this combat? She's not, and she should be.
No time to waste.
55, not ideal. 45 is somehow even worse. 70 I could take. Okay, she's now joined the combat. We'll go back to Astarion.
Have some carnage.
Oh.
Messed up. At least you won't live to regret it.
It's possibly true, but I'm hoping we can successfully murder all you guys without issue.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
So if I did something like splitting spells, 70, 75, 75. What about this guy down here? I guess I should have moved over this way if I wanted to hit him. Let's try and finish you off. And then do we take out some of the wolves? Or, yeah, probably take out the wolves. Because I'm guessing they likely have a trip attack, because that's a standard wolf thing. Pack tactics, so they'll have advantage on attacking us. And they're lower health, so I'd rather not get hit by them or tripped or any nonsense like that. Alright, he's down. She's nearly down. Pull back a touch. They're all surprised. Good. Shadowheart has unfortunately already used her turn. So let's just go Shield of Faith. Are you concentrating on anything? No. Then yes, Shield of Faith on yourself, because you're probably going to get into a fight with this guy and possibly draw aggro from that wolf, causing frightened and all that. So let's just try and keep you alive a little bit. And then move up, because he's got a bow, and I want to penalize him for trying to use it.
We're very tougher than you. Come on.
Let's see.
No surrender.
We'll have you move forward. Rage. Which is your bonus action. I could have attacked with an offhand something like Pommel Strike as a bonus action and then moved over here. But meh. That deals with the wolf. Back to Astarion. Well now. Don't want to use my sneak attack on you, but I'm assuming it's going to use it because it's the first strike. I could go through the effort of turning off the automatic using it, but I'm a little lazy, so offhand. Okay. Offhand. There we go. Then we'll move forward to here. Main hand attack. Oh. It's like an 80% chance.
Well, so much for peace. Time to press ahead.
Let's do the same thing again. Because I don't have a good reason not to. No, not on Karlach. 80% on Vol. I was like, I got advantage to attack them? No. And then I can attack you. 98%. Why? Guiding Bolt. Huh. Let's upgrade the spell if I've got that good of rolls. I'll take the 98% there. And then 80% here. I'm willing to use a second level for that. Oh, again, I should have had Dancing Lights cast so that I could have used Concentrated Blast. One of these days I will remember that ability. Today is obviously not that day. Step back from the ledge a little bit. Oh, you are coming up here, Wolf. That is good for Shadowheart. Wow, he is punching. Fantastic. Oh, and we left him at 1 hit point, because that's what we do. Huh.
On my way.
And there's no one else down here, right? It's just the wolf and this one person. Or did we finish off? No, we didn't finish the one person. So yeah, just the wolf and this one person. You're doing good on your frightened saves. What are the rolls on that? So DC is 15. DC is 8 plus 2 for dexterity plus proficiency plus 2 from tactician. I assume that's the wolf's dexterity and proficiency? It's weird. Yeah, plus 2 dexterity. I assume its proficiency is a plus 2 because it's a level 4. Yeah. Just curious how they were coming up with that DC for the check. Oh, you are also a barbarian. Wolf, in your case, as opposed to bear for us. I don't remember what wolf does for barbarians. Rage Wolfheart. Enter Rage. You can use Inciting Howl, which takes an action. Your allies have advantage on melee attack rolls against enemies within 7 feet of you. Wow, that is worthless. I mean, worthless for you. It could be good in general, since she has, like, no allies nearby. Yeah, not good for you. Alright, Karlach. Give me a reckless attack. Thank you. And give me a second attack. 11 hit points left. By Pommel Strike? I could. I could also try and shove, which would be funny. No, that'll give an attack of opportunity to run away. And I don't want to shove this way because I think they would likely not land. Where is that shoving you? Shows that it shoves, but looks like it drops you basically nowhere. No, stay there. Sure, we'll pommel strike. Saved against being dazed, that's fine. Alright, Astarion. Two hit points, not three. Or not our usual one. There we go. Bunch of keys that we've managed to pick up from all this. Suppose I shouldn't have Astarion up front, because he's low on health.
Time to push my luck again.
Alright. You don't need to go crazy. Wolf's all that's left. So a single cantrip. I forgot that it's the 2d10 again. So...
I've got a long road ahead.
yeah, I was expecting that not to kill, and then we would come by afterwards and finish him off. But so be it. Easy fight.
What's hiding
I don't feel
here?
terribly bad about killing a bunch of Zentrum, because they are quite evil. So many keys. I assume it's all
Long day.
basically identical keys.
Rest soon.
I'm worried to hit a random button. So let's toss down a save because we don't know what this is for. Oh. Set off the traps. Or at least activated the traps. Good to know.
Another step forward. What's in here?
Just a little more to loot. And then we'll go through those secret rooms.
Worth a look.
Okay. What have you spotted? Burrow hole that I'm sure we can't use. Yeah. One more body down here. No, we had Shadowheart loot him already. Okay. So that's
Here we
everything.
go.
Step carefully. There's a trap. Careful, I bite.
Alright, well, disarm the trap, please. We'll take the guidance. So we have over a +10 on our DC 10 check. Don't roll in that one. Thank you. And disarm this one as well. Same thing. Another awesome roll. $30. Nice.
Have a lot on my mind.
I'm assuming our keys go to this. They do. Ooh, more Infernal Iron. That's good. And that's just a potion of healing. Fire Amber. Good money. Nothing in
Another crate.
any of these vases, I assume. Yeah, they just look pretty. Take the pork loin. And dried beef sausage. Anything else? No, I don't need that jug. That is a waste of inventory space. Alright, where is my patched together sack? Is that my supply sack? No. I don't know. Grab all that stuff and put it in my bag. Take it. Oh. I need to drop it in a slot that's not already occupied. There. That's the bag I was looking for my camp supplies. Alright, send all of that to camp. This other random bag I don't need, so you can drop. The 3,000 gold I'm carrying, we'll give that to Karlach. Because that has a good amount of weight. Probably should process my alchemy, actually. Extract all ingredients. That should have helped with our weight a little bit as well. And then we can craft a single potion of greater healing. And 3 potions of lesser healing. 4 mind reading or animal speaking potions? Sure. Potion of speed, 10 of them. Okay. What else do we have? Elixirs. Doesn't really say what they do. I mean, I can guess, you know, fire resistance makes us resistant to fire. Do they not usually give clear statements of this will heal X amount of hit points? Huh. Grenades that I'm never using. Poisons. Because Arcane Cultivation, I think we saw, gives us an additional spell slot. But there's penalties after it wears off. I don't know what Bloodlust or Peerless Focus are. Whatever, we'll grab the 10 potions of speed. On the rare occasion we choose to use it. That did help a little bit with weight, but not actually that much. Oh yeah, we're carrying around a ton of water. So I'm holding on to this iron flask, mainly because I've heard there are things that can happen that will cause your allies to attack you. Just events where you screw up a roll or whatever. And out of fear that one of my allies might toss that iron flask, I'm holding on to it. Although I guess similar fear of if we lose control of our character, like when we put on that mask, then I suppose that could have had the same result. This is just a random skull and rotten tomato. I'm fine with dropping both of those. I should look through my scrolls at some point, see what I actually care about. We don't care about this jug. There.
Very well.
Was there? No. Nothing over there. What have we in here? More traps? No? Abyss Beckoners. Demon Spirit Aura. The wearer's summoned creature has resistance to all damage except psychic damage. At the start of the summoned creature's turn, it must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be driven mad. I don't think there's any reason I would ever use that. Brass locket. Sure. Paintings of a smiling maiden. Take the gold ring. Traveler's Guide to the Sword Coast, Volume 8, at the Outer City. Do not ping it, read it. Overland travelers nearing Baldur's Gate have been known to smell the city before they clap eyes on it. This is thanks to what is known as the Outer City, the area that houses much of what Baldur's Gate needs to survive and thrive, but at the same time would rather not keep within its walls. Tanneries, stockyards, slaughterhouses, saltworks, and the less than regulated markets abound here, as well as shanties and camps for the less fortunate souls who are drawn to the city. It is the author's firm opinion that respectable travelers should never dawdle in such a place, no matter how tempting its base attractions may be after a long journey. Instead, they should make way promptly, while paying strict attention to any valuables on their person or in their baggage, then see about presenting themselves to one of the main entrances to the lower city, such as the famed Basilisk Gate. Once entry has been secured, they can consider themselves in the city proper. We will keep that in mind for whenever we make it to Baldur's Gate, which still seems to be a ways away. I mean, these are high quality shirts. Oil lamp. There's a backpack to loot. It is empty. A burlap sack to loot. Also empty. Disorder of the Nerves and Mind. A treatise. There came to me a woman, whom I shall henceforth call R, greatly distraught at the unusual tempers of her husband, who I shall henceforth call B. We read this one already. Yes, snatched up the book, flung it into the hearth, and then came to his senses and had no memory of the book. And we were thinking it had something to do with Baal, maybe? Or one of the gods of the dead? What are you? A mirror. Don't care about a random mirror. 22 gold. I will take that. You're just going to leave it lying about. Notes from a soothsayer. I can read, I promise. Each chapter of this book contains a unique case study in the soothsayer Geraldine Havelau's illustrious career. Its 23rd chapter is conspicuously dog-eared. Chapter 23, The Frightened Noble and the Ochre Omen. Hereunder I have transcribed a conversation between myself and a young nobleman of my lifelong acquaintance. Typically he came to me for guidance in matters of love and fortune, but his visit to me on one particular occasion stands out particularly in my mind. Himself. Madam, please, what I say to you is true. Myself. Perhaps you'd be so kind as to repeat it for the record. Himself. The fellow I met was ochre of skin, with ears like an elf, and the nose of a half-rotted corpse. Markings like those on a fawn's hide decorated his skin. Myself. I see. And what did he say as he approached you in the, what was it, misted glen upon your lands? Himself. The fellow, the creature, the man came to me slowly, a blade in his right hand. I was transfixed, as though stricken stiff by some magic. He held the sword below my chin and asked me something I could not understand. I can see it now, the blade, silver as the moon, as a moon in the lake, beneath my chin. Myself. Calm yourself, sir. You are quite safe. You say you could not understand what the fellow said? Himself. At first, no. No, at first I knew not what tongue he spoke, but he seemed to glean my confusion and tried in common instead, and he said, Tell me now, which plane is this? It was then I lost grasp of the ghost and fainted directly to the ground. Myself. And then? Himself. And then, when I woke, I know not how much later, he was gone, and I flew to you. Myself. I understand, child. Be not frightened, for you have been visited by a most auspicious omen. Your crops will yield twice their wealth this year. Himself. Truly? But who was he? Myself. He was a figment of your inner demon, a messenger from your deepest intuition, and he came to inform you of your impending luck. And I tell you, it was so. I don't think that omen is what you're claiming it is. A random stranger coming to you asking what plane it is? Yeah, that's a visitor who has somehow found themselves on the material plane by accident. Yeah. Well, I guess that's everything for this Zhentarim base. We have successfully fought our way through. I guess now it's time to leave. And we did rescue the painter, so, you know, that's good of us. Did I just hear something? There's like a slight sound of magic effect, I thought. We did loot everything down here. Some things I just didn't consider valuable to pick up.
Here goes nothing.
No, don't click on the door. I want you to leave. And don't set off the traps. Alright, we're back outside whatever this city, town. How do we get out of here? I'm up this, I suppose. Right, no, we're still not outside because up this ladder is the trapdoor that we came down. That was just a secret basement. Joaquin's Rest, which we've also already looted. Yeah, I don't think we have anything left to do here. So I guess we can head south and see if there's more to explore. But yes, a councilman was captured and we think taken to where the towers that we're supposed to check out. Please don't set yourselves on fire. Shadowheart. Why? Okay, we've got a path this way and a path down. Oh, we've got a teleport spot right here. That's convenient. Doesn't look like there's anything up here, but we'll check it out.
I'll take that.
Balsam, I think, was one of our ingredients for healing. So that's the bridge that goes to the goblins? No. It's an unrelated bridge. It's definitely not this bridge. How close are we getting to the Githyanki? We're getting very close. So perhaps I will switch out party members. Oh, we're not down on spells yet. We're a bit down on health.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Spells-wise, we're still doing pretty good. Let's open up Shadowheart's spellbook for the moment. Quickly turn off something like Cure Wounds. Grab Prayer of Healing. Ooh, do we want to also grab... What was the one that says our healing spells are maximized? Yeah, Beacon of Hope. It's a 3rd level spell though, unfortunately. But okay, we'll turn off both of our healing spells. Grab that. So then, if she casts Beacon of Hope... and Prayer of Healing. There we go. It's good stuff. Then we turn those both off. Beacon of Hope, Prayer of Healing, turn back on Cure Wounds and Healing Word. Okay, that deals with our health issues, but as I was saying, if we go to camp, we can switch out Karlach for Lae'zel, because if we're going to the Githyanki, I want Lae'zel with us.
In her name.
No time to rest.
Beric, you should be the one leading the way. And we'll hold off on camping for the moment.
Speak.
I'd like you to join me.
The party's full. You'll need to make room.
Yeah, you can take Karlach's place.
Well chosen.
she has leveled up now because we all reached level 5 and I haven't gone back to level up the rest of the party. Oh, you're just hitting level 4. That's awkward. Ability improvements always good. We could also do something like Great Weapon Master because I've been giving her two-handed weapons. But I think I'll just boost her strength just to be nice and simple. And then level 5, you get your extra attack. And some racial ability. Misty Step. That's cool. Probably once per short rest. Once per long rest. Ew. Okay. Well, still better than nothing. And now let's head out of camp. You have the flaming longsword, yes?
Eager for battle.
No, you just have a normal longsword. One moment. Go to camp. Open up camp inventories. Karlach. That's a really nice sword you have. I'm gonna take it. Can you give it to Lae'zel? Thank you.
Indolence breeds madness.
Lae'zel. Please equip that. I guess you can give your long sword to Karlach, even though she's trained with two-handed weapons. Armor-wise, what are you wearing? Medium plate. Is there a reason you're not wearing anything heavier? Besides that I just haven't found anything to give you. Because I'm sure I've sold lots of heavy armor at this point. Yeah. On a hit with an unarmed attack. We don't have anyone that's going to be doing unarmed. Although, if she gets lightning charges from dashing, then this second ability would still take effect. While imbued with lightning charges, attacks against metal constructs or foes wearing metal armor gain advantage. So I will still give that to you because it's better than effectively nothing. The metallic gloves give a +1 to strength saving throws, or whatever that's worth. But yeah, since I've got her in the party, I want to look for medium armor, or heavy armor rather.
Still alive.
Although I don't know how long I'm going to keep her in the party. Yeah. Okay. That's good though. We've got her with a better weapon. So that should we get into a fight, she's better able to
Breathe deep.
help.
And move.
So this direction for the creche. So let's explore kind of this way first.
Such an elaborate plait, Shadowheart. The craftsmanship is impressive.
Now that you mention it, I can't remember who taught me. Another memory lost, perhaps.
Still, if you let me watch your technique, I might learn it from you.
Maybe, if you keep a respectable distance.
What's inside?
Just can't be nice. Lae'zel was giving a compliment and Shadowheart's still being prickly. Alright, looks like that's all explored there. See if there's anything of note this way. There is.
Deep gashes in the rock.
Another spell. Random money.
dragon rider. My kin are near.
Where?
Blot out the sun.
Oh,
You go a lifetime without seeing one.
see dragon shadow.
It would be too much to hope that's nothing to do with us, wouldn't it?
Well, Lae'zel is thinking that she can convince them to help us. That her creche will be willing to aid us if we help them. Like, if we get her to her creche, they'll use their device. Forget the name. Zaithisk, maybe it was?
More for me.
But they'll use it to help her and then also use it to help us. So assuming she's right about that, then hopefully they won't gut us on sight. You are not Githyanki. Got a bunch of blood down there. Let's save first, then we'll talk to you.
Something's on my mind.
What are you doing? Hold up before they see you, Mag Gresham.
What's the matter? Who are you exactly? I might have been concerned had I the slightest idea of who they are. Whatever you just called me, I didn't like the sound of it. Watch your tongue. I don't know what that means, and it's probably insulting, but who are you exactly?
Nobody. Just another harassing fool trying to get to Baldur's Gate in one piece. That lot are swarming all over the bridge. I don't know what they want, but it can't be good. I'm going to find another way around. You ought to do the same. Unless you're looking for a fight, that is.
Seems you have good survival instincts. Maybe you should join me instead.
What? Just follow you around? I go my own way. Alone.
Alright.
Rag. That's it. I'm getting out of here.
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Well, Flaming Fist, you're gonna be flaming soon. Dude. Like, I understand fighting your enemies, but taking out the bridge?
You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
A red dragon. I envy its knight. Would that I rode such a steed. A creche must be near. Come, my kin await.
Dragon incinerated those soldiers. Surely this isn't safe. Very true. And we'll just pat the dragon on the head, I suppose. Well, let's go. I'm gonna question the safety first. Don't need to pander her.
The dragons serve Githyanki. I'll see it does you no harm. Follow me. We are close to the cure we seek.
Alright. I am trusting you here. Oh, you are just going on ahead.
Kithrak, we must speak.
Alright, we'll go down there with her.
Hear me, knight. I must.
Do you not honor the command?
Ryder, my time is short. Lead me to...
Shh, shh, shh. Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child.
Interesting. Nandalazel, go ahead, so we can let her stay in charge of the conversation. Which probably is wise, because we don't know the circumstance of what's going on. Or we can step forward as a Dragonborn. No, I'll take charge. But I will let Lae'zel take this because she has a better idea of how to deal with a somewhat upset Gith.
Lae'zel.
Lae'zel. Proud. Regal, even. You will call me Gestil Kithrak.
Voss, Knight Supreme. The Queen's silver, the Queen's sword.
I am who you say. A Geich vessel has fallen from the sky, Lae'zel. Thieves aboard have taken a weapon most precious. It is polyhedric in shape and inscribed with the sacred runes of our people.
You suddenly feel a strange anxiety take hold. Not your own, but that of the artifact you carry. Somehow, it's afraid you attune your mind to it. The artifact does not want to part from you. It does not want to fall into the Gith Raiders' hands.
Take word to your creche. You are to join our search. Speak up, child. Affirm your mandate.
Huh. So, Shadowheart's artifact is what the Githyanki are here on this plane to look for. And it's able to attune to us and communicate with us, which is a bad sign, using what looked very similar to the same mind control, like waves around us that we saw when speaking using the parasite. So it sounds like the Gith are saying it's one of their artifacts. But it definitely is communicating with us in a way that seems related to the Mind Flayers. So, yeah, mouth silent command to Lae'zel truth. If we do, she will presumably give up the artifact. Because the truth is that we have it. And I don't think we want to do that because we believe the artifact is protecting us. Though there's the theory that also the Guardian is protecting us instead. Or they might be connected in some way. But I'm guessing the artifact is protecting us, so we don't want to give it away. Produce the artifact. This is, you're looking for this, I take it, is a similar idea. I'm not going to say I have my mandate, time to die, Gith. So I think our best choice is to mouth a silent command to Lae'zel to play along. Play along is not... I would have preferred something like don't, no, you know, make it clear we don't want her to, because play along doesn't tell me what we're trying to get her to say or do. But it's the only one that's not an obvious we give up the artifact, or just straight up murder them. So, persuade, with our +7 bonus. Oh, DC 10, no problem. We can't get guidance cast on us, sadly. And I'm not going to use friends or charm person, presumably on Lae'zel. So we'll just roll it with the +7 and hope for the best. Yeah. Our chances were pretty good.
You honor me with this duty, Kithrak. I shall alert my caretaker with haste. The Kithrak nods, content with Lae'zel's answer.
You serve your queen well, child. Take your slaves and hunt those who escaped the Geich ship. They must carry the weapon. I fly now to Vlaakith, our undying queen. She will see your faith rewarded in this plane and ours.
A current of deception carries Voss's words. Wherever he flies, it is not to Vlaakith.
Ooh.
To Danos! To the sky!
So he was lying to us as Does that mean he's not actually a servant of Lakith? Yeah, Lae'zel wants to talk. Not terribly surprised by that. We just had her lie to someone in authority over her.
Damn it all! You did well to intervene, vexed as I am to admit it. The distilled Kithrak would have flayed our skin and left our carcasses to burn in the sun. All for the sake of the artifact that we carry. The crash is near, this much we know. We follow the path forward and into the valley. No one, not even the ignoble distilled Kithrak, will keep me from my purification.
Okay. Not actually that upset with us because she realized that if we produced the artifact, he would have just killed us afterwards. Which says a lot about the Githyanki people.
Something good here, I hope.
Like, even if we gave him exactly what he was looking for, it would have just been like, cool, and then killed us. Alright, and as usual, we are now encumbered because we picked up a bunch of weapons and armor. There we go. Look around here. I know we left stuff up on top of that bridge that we'll want to check out. Can't get there. Just climb the ladder. Okay, we looted this stuff over here, so it looks like it's just the things over on this side. Which is a whole lot of very little. There wasn't anything of note here. There's a signpost we could read. And possibly a cave to wander through. As well as down this way. I doubt we have any means of making it over to there. And Lae'zel might be able to with her psionic jump ability. Let's just check this way first. I assume it's going to head to the mountain pass or whatever. And so we'll reach an endpoint we can't travel farther. Assuming that's the case, we'll turn around.
Let's see what this does.
Can I read the signpost?
Baldur's Gate, northwest. Elturel, south. Moonrise Towers, west.
So yes, this is heading towards Moonrise Towers.
Road closed. Detour ahead.
Road closed? Yes. Mountain Pass. So this is a loading screen for a different area. Although it claims the road is closed. So perhaps this is not the route we want to go to get to the
Risen
towers.
Road, closed due to inclement weather. Seek marked detour.
Okay, there isn't a path there. We can't jump that full distance. Again, Lae'zel could.
This will be done.
Particularly if she casts Psionic Jump. Can she cast it on all of us? It does say ritual. Guess that's a no.
Looking ahead.
Well,
Swift as my
three of us made it. Starion? Come on, man.
I'm way too big.
What is this marker on my map? No, I know that's Varric. Travel through the Underdark. Huh. Apparently that burrow hole could lead us to the Underdark.
Anything of use? Don't mind if I do.
That might be worth a look.
Ooh, lots of stuff. So then from here, we can jump down here and get our way to the Goblin Camp, which would then lead us to the Underdark. So I guess at this point, we've got Mountain Pass, which is the next step of our main quest. Either the Mountain Pass or the Underdark. Can we turn off completed quest? Thank you. Andy Ethel. Githyanki Kresh is also through the Mountain Pass. What else do we still have to do? Githyanki Kresh. Yeah, learn about the artifact with the Githyanki. We get to Baldur's Gate, look for this dude. Grand Duke, also the towers. Night Song, which is down in the Underdark. Mayrina, who's with the Hag. Tome that we weren't able to finish studying. And then companion quests. Oh. Will has something to do with the Duke that was kidnapped. We'll probably want to talk to him when we get to camp then. Get to Baldur's Gate to help Karlak. And yes, probably going down into the Underdark for Shadowheart. So it seems like here in this area, before we go to the Underdark or the Mountain Pass, all we really have left is taking on the Hag again. And we are a couple levels stronger. So maybe it's doable? We'll want to rest before we actually fight her. Question being, should I go in the front door, sneak through her base, see if we can fight those 3 helpers, possibly kill them, so they don't join the fight this time? Or do we go in the back entrance and just go in to fight her, which means we're going to have to fight those 3, but then we don't have to go through the rest of the base? Pros and cons. We now know how to deal with the poison vents, which I didn't know last time. So I think we can make it through the base besides her minions without taking damage. So probably going in the front is the smarter choice, in the hopes that we can take out the minions to not have to deal with her. Yeah, and I didn't realize it was all the way from here, but the red border on our compass means that from this moment we aren't able to rest, which is mind-boggling. Well, I would rather us go forward and take on the minions. Fight them and hope we can take off the masks.
Don't look. Don't. No. Where are you hiding?
Where was the door? Here's the door.
Stop. Please.
Can we talk to you now? Because we failed a check talking to him before. Nope. Seems that we've still failed that check.
The door trembles at the thought of the hag. She would be furious if she caught intruders here.
Come on, let us through. We just gotta push through. Yeah. So we've got one minion over here somewhere. Let's go to our non-lethal attacks again. So I don't remember if they died. I think they died because we took off the mask, in which case we're going to still kill them all. But it's possible we had poisoned them and they died because of that. Yeah, you guys are level 4. It's kind of rough. I don't remember which one was... You were the more cleric-y one, as I recall. That one was a wizard-ish. I don't remember exactly what the best order to attack them is. Let's just... Actually, let's have Astarion. Stealth. I guess we can group hide. Have him lead the way forward. Maybe get a sneak attack off on this one. We'll start combat there.
Be kind to our guests.
Critical miss. Come on, man. Oh. We want the rest of us to join the fight. Awkwardly, we haven't joined the fight yet.
Wonder if they're gods.
Only 3? Nice crit.
Ready for anything.
Alright. Do you have any way of getting all the way over there? You do. Because I want you to be there to help him with his sneak attack. As she just sneaks all the way up. Alright. No way to interact with you, oddly. So you get another attack, but we have no one to attack.
This feels good.
Astarion, take off the mask. Please. Equip to Astarion? No. Pick it up and hopefully they don't die. Nope, it kills them. Well, not ideal. But I'm not wanting to kill them. But they're apparently so consumed by her. Did I really use the full dash rather than the bonus action dash? So I can't use my main attack? I am amazing. Oh well. But yes, they're apparently so attached to the hag that they're going to die. have you... Misty Step. Was that once per day? It is. Well, we're gonna rest after this fight. So have you Misty Step forward. Then go here. Well, that, I guess, deals with them. Yeah. Not ideal. So let's have you dash as a bonus action.
Over here.
Then you can get over to there. Shadowheart can move in as well. To give you a flanking buddy. Yeah, they were a lot easier this time.
No traps, please.
And we will take that mask. Yeah. Well, I think that is obviously all of them dealt with. So let's leave the Hag's place, rest for the night. Yeah.
Stop, please.
We'll leave the Hag's place, rest, and then come back down and kill her.
Cursed.
And yes, I'll keep using Lae'zel for a while, I think, just to mix it up a bit. So for the moment, I'm going to do the rounds of talking to everyone. I think Will has something to say, but we'll see if anyone else wants to talk. And I'll cut out anyone that doesn't.
That contraption's a hot ticket item. Might not be our last scrap for its sake.
We'll see if she has anything new to say about the tadpole powers.
You really did it, huh?
Have it.
Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this.
Yeah, it's your choice. But I think the tadpoles make me stronger.
Do they? I'm not sure either of us can say one way or the other. We don't know what the costs might be just yet.
I don't expect you to do anything you don't want to.
Good. And you know, keep an eye on yourself. If you start feeling loopy, shout. We don't know what these tadpoles are capable of.
Okay. I think that was basically the same conversation we've had about the tadpoles before.
It seems the Githyanki are keen to reclaim the artifact I carry. I can't afford that to happen. In fact, none of us can. That thing is shielding us somehow. I don't want to know what happens if we lose it.
Yeah, it's understandable why other factions would be interested in it, because it seems very powerful for stopping this Almighty? The Absolute, that's the word. It's like, what's the name of their god? The Absolute. Let's not find out. We have enough to contend with already. There must be more to the artifact. You were sent to take it. You must know why it's so important. She might have known before. There's no guarantee she knows now. The artifact is shielding us, but ultimately you wish to give it away. Something has to give. I mean, that's also true. I'm gonna ask her that. The artifact's shielding us, but ultimately you wish to give it away.
A problem for another time. Hopefully, we'll no longer be in need of protection by the time my mission draws to an end.
It's reasonable. You seemed intrigued when Halson mentioned Dark Justiciars before.
Wouldn't you be in my place? If there's even the slightest chance that Shah worshippers remain within our reach, we should try and find them. Even if they're all long gone, and that seems quite likely from what we know, who knows what they may have left behind for us to use? My people are nothing if not resourceful. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a dark justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a dark justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable.
Yeah, definitely some of those things we've heard before. You think she'll ever relent to make you a Dark Justiciar? I don't understand. Why be so secret about such an ambition? That's clear. Thank you for sharing. That was a load of nothing. Do you think she'll ever relent and make you a Dark Justiciar?
I don't know. Perhaps if I succeed in my mission and reach Baldur's Gate. Hope has little place amongst Lady Shah's children. It's an illusion, a distraction. But for this, I hope my time will yet come.
Again, I think we've had this conversation, but I'm gonna ask the obvious question of why be so secret about such an ambition? Which the obvious answer is everyone hates Shah's worshippers, and most especially Dark Justiciars. So most people would just kill her for that ambition.
Dark Justiciars are hated by many, judged to be ruthless fanatics. Even the few who would accept a follower of Lady Shah would likely balk at a Justiciar in their midst. But there's a simpler answer to your question. I simply forgot about the desire I had until I saw some things that reminded me. Now, I can't get it out of my mind.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank you. I had a feeling you'd be understanding.
Of course. So yeah, it seems people do have stuff to say, which is nice.
Yes.
And then we get to Astarion who does not.
First in my heart.
Speak quickly.
Have you thought about making use of the tadpole's power?
Mark my words. This power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of
Yeah,
sight.
nothing
or
new.
Slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the gate tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven.
All right.
Gladly.
No big surprise there. Halson, anything new to say?
Oakfather's blessings to you.
Wow, you have a lot to say. How do you know so much about the parasite?
I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say.
The shadow you spoke of, surely it can't be that bad.
It's had the whole region around Moonrise Towers in a chokehold of darkness and despair for years now. Those who remained are shadow-cursed. If you don't die at their hands, then you become one of them. We have to get to Moonrise, but the less time we spend in its blighted surrounds, the better.
What about this secret stronghold in the Underdark? You must know more.
Precious little. But I'm quite certain it can still be found.
Seems like you feel responsible for the Shadow Curse somehow.
Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source.
Do you know how the Shadow Curse can be stopped?
Perhaps. But we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
How are you faring out here? How are you faring out here at the camp?
Wonderfully. If I'm honest, the grove was too comfortable for my tastes. I felt removed from nature. I'll miss my books, but I can find all the wisdom they contain out here firsthand.
Well, if there's anything I can do to make you less comfortable, let me know. I don't think I came on too strong or got caught up in the moment. You'll find plenty of books before long. I keep coming across them. It's true. I'm going to go with the first one, though, because it's funny. If there's anything I can do to make you less comfortable, let me know.
I'm sure something will come to me, given time.
Alright. Will, what is it that you wish to talk about?
Will's brows furrow as your minds connect. He sees the burning embers of Joaquin's rest, then Floric's face as she tells you of Ravengard's abduction.
Hells. Older Ravengard's been taken.
Yes, Strauss set fire to the inn and stole away with the Duke. You must know the man, judging by the concern in your voice. True. Consul Floric seems to think so. I'm not sure he wasn't just burned in the blaze. We'll assume he was taken and the counselor knows what she's talking about. Drow set fire to the inn and stole away with the Duke.
Then we need to seek him out and get him to safety. You see, Grand Duke Ravengard is my father. I know I haven't said. Our relation was no matter of pride, not least for him.
Well, I wish you had been my party for Joaquin's rest then. So we know the Grand Duke apparently is a big hero. And Will is also a known hero. But people don't connect them? The choice is clear. We should rescue Duke Ravengard. Yes. Are you worried your father's been abducted? I can't trust you to keep so many secrets. First Mizora, now this. People have secrets. It's fine. So, I'm not interested in your lineage. Or two Baldurian options. Curious, I heard the Duke Ravengard's son left the city, or all my time in Baldur's Gate, and I didn't even know Ravengard had children. We'll go with the first Baldurian option. I'd heard his son left the city.
You heard right. My father and I were close once upon a time, until he disowned me and cast me out of Baldur's Gate. I can't tell you more. The pact forbids it. My lips are quite literally sealed. He made me an exile. That said, I'm not about to let him suffer at the hands of his captors.
Okay, so the pact is stopping you from explaining why your father cast you out. Assuming that's true, then I assume he cast you out because you swore a pact. Like, if it's related to your pact, it's probably because you swore a pact. You know, you're both heroes, but he's not cool with you being a hero sworn to a devil. Or maybe doesn't think you're a hero. Something to that effect. What do you think the Drow want with your father?
I've been asking myself the same question. What makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow? Even the houses of Men's Oberanzen would have little use for my father. No, this is no Drow plot. These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction.
Probably.
His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast.
Seems a bit strong. I doubt he has quite that much power, but we'll trust you in this. You shouldn't keep secrets like this from me, Will. I get the secrets. Everyone in our party has their secrets. But you've had a couple.
I know. And you're right. My story is one of two men. The Blade of Frontiers. A man hunting the fiends who prey on the weak and claw at the coast. And Will Ravengard. A memory of a memory. A man who belongs to the past. I wanted you to know the Blade, not the shadow he left behind.
It's a fair statement. Let's talk about something else if you have anything else to talk about. What was it like being the son of a Grand Duke?
Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist. Brave as Baldur and stubborn as a deep Rothay. Daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and the talent for courtly dance.
Courtly dance, I'd love to see a demonstration. And now you're the Blade of Frontiers. Quite a change, don't you think? Good wine, I'll toast to that. I shouldn't be surprised to find you a bit smug, to be honest. No. And now you're the Blade of Frontiers. Quite a change, don't you think?
Yes and no. Father taught me the 4 pillars of power. Courage, insight, strategy, justice. He reckoned I'd follow in his footsteps. First as a fist marshal, then as a duke. Vanquish evil, maintain order, save the world. But a duke makes bedfellows with more monsters than he slays. Father called it diplomacy. I called it hypocrisy. In the frontiers, there is no posturing, no diplomacy. I slay monsters, I don't consort with them. Even if I might look like one.
You don't consort with monsters, but you literally sold your soul, made a pact to a devil. I'm just not sure you're being entirely honest with yourself. What do you think of the illithid potential the Dream Visitor spoke of?
I think that unknowable powers come
Okay.
with unknowable consequences.
Same statement.
I can't say I'm not curious. But once you take an illithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
Alright. I will not try to persuade you. You make that decision on your own. I recognize I could easily go through that conversation multiple times and easily persuade my whole party because my persuasion is awesome.
Githyanki patrolling these wilds is an unexpected surprise. Whatever they seek, they'll not hesitate to kill us if we stand in their way.
Yeah, nothing new to talk about with Gale. Nice statement about the Githyanki. But yeah, I could persuade my party to take the illithid option, use the parasites, but just winning because of a roll feels cheap. I'd rather see how their story goes with them making their own decisions. And they may never choose to succeed, and it only has them use it if I actually go through the persuasion, in which case that's fine. Yes, we will rest for the night.
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation. Or your head.
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again.
Well, this is exciting. Relic? This is about the artifact, isn't it? Yes, obviously. What's going on? Why are you two arguing? Stop squabbling, both of you. Watch the argument unfold or leave them to settle the differences and go to sleep. I suspect that if we let them do this on their own, it may actually come to blows. Which I'm going to try to avoid. What's going on? Why are you two arguing?
Lae'zel thinks I have something important to her people. She's deluded, clear.
Lies. She carries an heirloom of my people. I must know why.
Stop this. No sense fighting with each other. I agree with Shadowheart. The artifact is protecting us. We need it with us. Very true. Lae'zel is right. We don't need the Githyanki as enemies. They're... The best we can pull off with the Githyanki, to my knowledge, is that they see us as useful slaves to Lae'zel, if Lae'zel can eventually reach a point where she's powerful enough to not be just slaughtered because they don't like her. Like, they're never going to see us as friendly. They're likely already seeing us as enemies. Or just not important enough to be slaughtered at the moment. We're never going to be friends with them. So any ideas on how to settle this? Rest, both you. Tempers will be cooler in the morning. Part of me wants to say, hey, how do you guys want to settle this? Because that seems the more fair option. But part of me also wants to just... I'm the leader, and so just say, no, stop fighting. Put my foot down and say, we'll deal with this at a different point, but now is not the time. I don't... Like, I agree with Shadowheart, but when tempers are flared, I don't think siding with one side or the other is going to work out well. I would rather just go the middle ground, which is also agreeing with Shadowheart because I'm going to let her keep it. But specifically just say stop fighting.
Incorrect. Judicious bloodletting settles feuds and roots out the weak, the deceitful.
Do you hear this, tribe? Our lives are at stake, and she wants us to turn on each other.
No others. Just you and me.
Okay, apparently my option of putting my foot down and saying stop fighting was not sufficient. I am not the leader of this group, apparently. Again, I don't like specifically siding with either, even though I do definitely side with Shadowheart on this. So we'll try this. How do we settle this?
The bad blood must be purged. A jewel come first light.
You mean I'd get to prove you wrong and thrash you? I love it. Get some rest, Lae'zel. You'll need it.
Well, that's exciting.
You had every chance to look the other way, but here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned.
So they agreed to a duel at first light, and so Shadowheart chooses to attack her in her sleep, because of course she does. I'm shocked Lae'zel was caught off guard. Do nothing, I assume, because I know party members can die. And it would not surprise me that if I do nothing, Shadowheart actually will slit Lae'zel's throat, and Lae'zel's just dead. If I move to attack Shadowheart, I assume would get her off of Lae'zel, but no guarantee it doesn't get us into combat where we end up having to kill one or the other. So I'm going to do the obvious choice of trying to persuade Shadowheart. I'm guessing she won't be kind enough to give me guidance as I'm trying to persuade her not to do this. Shadowheart, stop. You don't have to do this. Yeah, no guidance. I also apparently can't cast Friends or Charm Person or any of the other options that I usually have, which is kind of surprising. So it's just a flat roll with my +7. So yeah, we destroyed that DC, which is good because I'm hoping we can de-escalate this feud.
She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you.
Cooperate, Lae'zel, for your own sake. We need her, Shadowheart. Give her a chance. I'm going to persuade Shadowheart. Because at least at this moment, Shadowheart is the aggressor, not Lae'zel. We need her, Shadowheart. Give her a chance.
Can I do that, Lae'zel? Can I turn my back on you?
Never. Thieves aren't afforded such luxury.
Loosen the grip on your pride for one blasted moment, won't you? We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
Well, that was some excitement. Neither of them want to talk? Alright, we're going to go around and talk to everyone again. There might be nothing new, but I'm hoping at least Shadowheart and Lae'zel have something to talk about.
Very glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled things without letting any blood. I would have enjoyed the spectacle, but not losing either one of those lunatics.
Ah. Lunatics is correct. Definitely don't need to be fighting amongst ourselves.
You know, I've been catching myself smiling more lately. I think that's your fault.
I want to talk about what happened with Lae'zel.
We aren't dear friends now, if that's what you're asking.
Obviously not.
But I trust we can all sleep a little more soundly in camp now.
I'll be keeping an eye on both of you. I don't want a fight to happen again. I'm surprised you didn't leave. It's good. I'd rather keep things friendly between all of us. I wish I could say this one, that yeah, we're all going to be buddies now, but I think I need to say number one, that I'll be keeping an eye on both of you. Because even though you stop fighting now, I don't really trust you to not stab each other in the back when I when I look away.
Relax. We'll kiss and make up on our own time. Someone prodding at a newly opened wound doesn't help matters.
True. I hope I can trust you both. But there are some strong tempers.
Oh, I really thought Shadowheart and Lae'zel might fight to the death over that artifact. A pity. It would have made for a fine night's entertainment.
It would have, but then we'd be down a party member. And I would have had to side with Shadowheart, and so we'd be down Lae'zel, which probably wouldn't have been in our best interest. About your quarrel with Shadowheart.
It is over where I am concerned.
So Leap, we won't survive if we don't stand together. And I trust you not to cause more trouble. I'll simply kill you both if it happens again. No. I'm gonna go with Shadowheart's response of, okay, I won't prod at the wound. I will trust you. All is well. So that's a relief. We won't survive this if we don't stand together.
It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor.
I can agree that conflict makes us stronger, but we can have conflict with our enemies. We don't have to have conflict with each other.
Wish to speak?
Nothing new from you.
I hope that's the end of this silly quarrel. They'll have no energy for battling our enemies if Lae'zel and Shadowheart are too busy squabbling among themselves.
True.
I'll say one thing for our troop. We're not short on drama. I'm glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled their differences peacefully. Eventually.
There was some minor squabbling. It's fine. Let's go to bed. I assume we won't have any special events because we already had that fight. All right. I'll just do a quick glance to make sure no one's wanting to talk, and they are not, so we will leave camp. Why is Shadowheart standing here? Okay.
So called because you like to scratch. Well, my day just improved. Did you want something?
No, I just assumed her standing here meant something. Alright, with that, we are going to end today's episode. So, yeah. Hope you all had fun and enjoyed that, particularly that exciting ending. And next time, we head down into the hag's hut and fight her. And hopefully do a better job.
Buried the hatchet, Lae'zel?
No. Why would I bury a weapon? Is it broken?
Ah.
It's a metaphor.
I do not know your metaphor, but if you need help digging, I will find a shovel.
Well, that sounds like cooperation to me. Anyway, see you next time.